But yeah, so we're literally just rolling at this point, so we might as well just crack on and fucking get into it. So this is technically episode 1.5.
Oh man, one's on the scrap pile.
Yeah, maybe if this ever gets to a place where we do like 100 episodes, and then if it becomes like the universe where there's lore within a podcast, that'll be like the forgotten episode that people are like, just upload it anyway, man. And it's really just probably the worst thing ever anyway.
Just you talking to yourself while I just fucking mime something.
It's just like, oh man, that's dead sick. That is right, and not just you just weren't chatting much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how I talk anyway.
Yeah. So we did it before for a fucking hour, and then he was like, "Yeah, man, just upload it. Let's see what we do." And then it went to fucking shit.
It's just typical that way. Like I think I just knew like it would just fail the first one. It just felt like seems about right.
Well, jury's still out on this. This could fucking get to shit as well.
I know. Have you listened? See if it's all right.
Yeah, I listened to
in
it.
the
It was
live.
good. Not in the live.
Double check.
Yeah, you can double check that, but yeah, that's the thing as well, because obviously this is going to be recorded, cut up, put on YouTube, Spotify, and whatnot. But we are actually live right now on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
At Joint Thoughts Podcast. So if you do want to come live, that's where we do it originally, and then fine tune it down.
Yeah, and hopefully, somewhat regularly as well.
Hopefully once a week, but we are just regular people with regular lives. You have a child, so you know.
They'll remind us of all that, man.
You need reminding of it sometimes, man.
It's meant to be good vibes.
You've allowed your cum to grow, man. That's on you.
Whoa, straight in.
That's on you, man.
Yeah, I just thought like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like investing, eh? Like, I ain't got much to just, like, capital now to put into stuff. And I thought, what have I got millions of? Let me invest in one of them and hopefully it just turns into some money one day.
Yeah, but what about, though? Because like investing and gambling, it can also get to shit and you lose it all. So that's a long haul. When you just put it all on red or on black, that's an immediate, like, fuck yeah, or, oh. But you're, like, at least 20 years in the game to know yet whether it's going to be a good investment or a bad one.
I didn't read the terms and conditions, man.
There are no terms and conditions on children, man.
I'll just bet it all on black. That's what you got to do.
You know, it's also just like dog coming people.
You never have.
I mean, I have, but I also know that there are a risk of a kid happening because I put preventatives. So, but you were like, let's do that and let's just let it fester in there until something grows out of it.
I did it on purpose, yeah. It seems mental now.
Yeah, I can't imagine having a kid. I'll never have kids. But yeah, you wanted that life. So
it's all right. You've mentioned adopting before though, which is weird, eh?
But only if I was like rich. Like, because a lot of the having children part for me is as well is like a financial burden. Like, even though we've spoke about it before, and you even said that like they're not as expensive as people kind of make out, but it's still more fucking money. And why should a little cunt be entitled to any of it? You know what I mean? So, but if money wasn't an option, like, or a thing where I just had abundance of it, then, you know, I'm not working at that point because I'm so loaded that why not just a fucking adopt a kid? You know what I mean? But also, I might just be loaded and go, should we adopt a kid? And I go, nah, fuck them. So,
yeah. I mean, I've always kind of respected your point of view on it because it was never like, I don't know, it was always just your self-awareness that you just couldn't do it, or you want your own time, or you'd be too selfish, or you'd want to just leave. Like, rather than go down the path and then find that out later, you're just like, I won't do it to someone or myself.
Yeah, because it's such a permanent thing to like to me, it's like 10 times worse than what a tattoo is. Like, I don't have tattoos. You've got sleeves and shit. Whereas, like, I overthink everything. So, to me, if I'm not 100% sure and there's a slight chance I'll regret it or hate it and I'm stuck with something permanent, like, I don't know. I had the choice not to do it, and now things are ruined because I just did it without thinking about it. So, a kid to that is the next fucking level, man. Like it's a life ruiner.
Yeah, because it ain't something you can just change your mind on after and
It
get rid
is,
of.
but it's frowned upon massively. If you just leave it in a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
dumpster behind a pub, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
in a
But
bin.
yeah, like, but that's the thing. Also, like, if something was to happen where, like, a child turns up at like 18 on my door and says you're my dad because you did stupid stuff as a kid, like, I don't know. I couldn't even walk away if I found out I got someone pregnant either because I wouldn't like the idea of that I've got a kid out there either, and I'm not in the life. Even though I don't want to be a dad, like I couldn't just know there's even a child of mine out there. Like I don't like I don't like the idea. And the thing with adopting is I haven't got to go through the shit stages that you've had to go through with like sleeping and getting up and school runs. If I adopt at like 14, I can conversate with them immediately and like connect to a bond rather than like I'm just looking after a mush that shits and pisses and I've got to just clean it.
Yeah, but I guess having gone through that, there's more of a connection there with them, ain't there? You know what I mean? Because
For
you've been through
you,
the
but
tough
for
shit with them.
them, they don't remember that. Like I don't remember having my ass wiped and being like, I really like my daddy. What he gets to lick shit off my balls. You know what I mean? You don't remember that stuff. You just know that he did it at some point, but you don't really remember that bond and looking back and go, that was really class when he got that baby wipe between my ass. You know what I mean? Like you don't think of it like that.
Nah, but I'm talking from perspective of the parent. You know what I mean? Like if you just get a 5-year-old or like a 10-year-old that's nothing to you, you just think, fuck 'em, mate. Like
Yeah, but if they're a
I
cool
ain't put much
kid,
investment in them.
but that's the thing. Like I've got nothing to sort of lose them because there's no already investment in them. Like if they're a shit kid, they got to 10 years old as a shit kid. That have nothing to do with that. But like if your kid grows up to be shit, that reflects on you directly.
Yeah, I guess. But like I have said before, like I have come to the realization, like you said about being 100% sure that if you are considering it, but you're only like 80% in, just don't do it, man. You got to be
Mm,
100%.
yeah, I
Because I
think
have like I have had times, well, not times, but like when I was like a couple weeks in or like a month in, and you're just doing routine, like just changing nappies, feeding, waking up in the night, and you do just think like, man, this is just forever, man. Like
yeah.
this is long. Even if it's just for like, it could only be for like 5 years because then they're going to be a lot more independent, sleep through, and they eat their own food and all that kind of thing. But you do just think like, shit, man, for
I'll
long.
give it the third night. Third night, 4 a.m. cry, wake up, and I gotta go in there. I'm killing myself. in the baby's room as well. So that kid grows up knowing that like my dad killed himself in my room outside my cot because I was screaming, and it pushed
You
me
don't
to
just
that
want to
point.
leave. Just go drive around the block, man. Have a cool
I
down.
can't drive. So
Yeah, just
the
get
next
yourself.
the next logical step is killing myself at that point. Like I'll look at my fucking of my wallet, see my provision and go death at that point.
Yeah, just the price of the lessons is enough to cause that, eh?
Absolutely. And you're saying, yeah, have a kid on top of that. Yeah, can I?
Yeah,
Shall I?
it's probably the next step, eh?
Yeah,
Do you
kids
want to?
are
Do you want
no
to do
no.
the title? Do you want to do the title?
I don't know how to. Unless I can do it on this.
Can you do it as the mod in Twitch?
Oh, is it not changed in Twitch at all either?
Just say episode 1.
Yeah, but let's
I don't
just
know if
keep
you
it
can
as
do
that.
it. Yeah, I guess. But like, I think people perusing around Twitch need a bit of a title to click on.
Okay, let me have a look.
Maybe at least just call it what the podcast name is.
Yeah, but that's already there though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it needs a bit of context.
Two twats talking. Like, what fucking context do you need? They can see that from the fucking thumbnail thing.
Don't
Like, what do you want?
know. Just don't know. Put something like first time going live or like just getting started or something. I don't know, something like that. Give us some support. Is that what we're in? Is it talk shows and podcasts? The category?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Don't know how to edit it. The title of it on
Oh, it's changed.
YouTube.
It's changed on Twitch. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know how to do it on YouTube, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure even what it says on YouTube right now. Um, it just says Joint Thoughts Podcast live stream. I don't know if I can change that. Yeah, I can. Um, so one. Let's just put the same thing. I think that's changed in there now. Yeah, I think we're good now. But yeah, there's gonna be fucking hiccups and shit out of there, man. Like,
Yeah, of course. I think people have got a bit more patience for it when it's live. Because I think with live stuff, you're just more there for the journey. You know what I mean? Like when it's on YouTube, you want it to just get the
polished.
job done
Yeah,
because
you
you're there
kind of.
to watch something.
Yeah, like that's why streamers will even put like their VODs like sort of like polished up to put on YouTube. They don't just put the raw VOD on there for the most part. Do they edit it up and maybe add like captions for parts and everything
Yeah,
there. It's never just a raw VOD. So
it's kind of
yeah.
like the radio. If you put the radio on, like you expect a tune, then some talking, then some ads, and a tune. But if you want to listen to music, you just go to YouTube
Well,
Music
let
or
me
like
let me ask you this about
Spotify.
the radio though, because I don't know how much you listen to it now with Spotify or anything, and obviously I don't drive, but I actually like greatest hits radio, which is like old 70s, 80s, like 90s. Like there's some fucking bangers on there, man. Because the rest of the radio, like when I've worked at companies and like factory work, especially when the radio is like the big thing and you come to know all these tunes, but the fucking talk between songs on the radio piss me off, man. It's
Yeah,
so dead. And I genuinely think like do most people think just fucking shut your yapping and get the fucking tunes back on? Or people are like, oh my god, this is a really good competition. Like, and the talk, man, and the thing that's so funny, it literally makes me want to scream into a pillow. Like
I
it,
know.
and I think like
I,
these people are probably on thousands, man, but they're so dead.
yeah, I don't listen to it often, but when I do, it's just all talking and just shit jokes, and you think, man, just shut up, man. And like the worst bit for me is when they like cut their mic in at like the last bit of a song and they sing the last bit.
Oh man, it's the
Like,
worst.
man, don't sing.
Oh
What
man,
are you doing?
I've got an uncle that's a wedding DJ. Well, he's a club DJ, and every family function that I have, he's always there. But he's notorious, and I think pub DJs are notorious for just talking over the song and not being able to understand a word they fucking say. But and also just especially in my uncle's case, like being just super inappropriate. So it'd be like, it's like my cousin's 16th fucking birthday party. She just turned 16. A lot of her friends are there, and all adults, aunties, whatever, like, and he'll just be like, any virgins in? Put your hands up. Any virgins? Any virgins? And like, man, like that's so
Meet me
dead.
around the
Like,
back.
yeah, like it's just shit stuff. And they're like, he never. And I think, oh, this is a good song. He's playing maybe a good song, and then he's just talking over it and just, I don't know. It's just dead. And I just think like, oh, like,
Have you seen that video where they're in the club and they play like Pretty Green Eyes or whatever,
oh, that
and
dude's
the
so
DJ goes
gutted.
chicken fried rice, and the
Yeah,
geezer's like,
yeah,
and
he's
he
so
walks out
gutted.
and that.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, that was my favorite fucking song. It's the best song in the world. He's ruined it. It was
Yeah,
like that.
and he's
Yeah,
fucking
but
saying
it is
chicken was
annoying.
fried.
It is annoying. And
I think
like in my uncle's case, no one's ever pulled him aside and go, you're fucking shit, man. Like no one has the bollocks to say to him, say, oh yeah, he's just doing his job,
yeah,
whatever. But like he's got no real friends because I think if I was like, yo, come to my club, man, I'm like DJing for the night and you came and I was doing that shit that you'd after the night, I'd be like, yeah, it was all right, man. And you'd be like, fucking bro, you was infuriating, man.
yeah, just wank, mate. The songs are the best bit. You fucking hell.
Yeah, but like you need that. Like
I
because
think I
you're just
think what's
pissing people
annoying about
off.
it. I think the annoying thing about it is that like when you're listening to a song that you might have heard a lot, you just know what you're expecting to hear. So when it gets interrupted, you just jarred.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like cover bands, man, or like covered
Hmm.
songs. I know you do,
Yeah.
but if I've heard a song a lot, I want to hear it how I know it, like the original voice, the original tempo.
Hmm.
Like it just puts me off.
What I don't
Never like
like
covers.
about cover songs is I don't like them all. I like them done well. Or I don't like when they change how you. I don't like when you go and see bands live for that reason. When you change like a song, so if something's meant to be like "whoa" like that, and you go "whoa," when they just do it like a smaller one. Like if they don't like do it the same as like the actual
Yeah,
recording album, like I don't like it. It's too much change. Like because you like the song because you're like, oh, this part's coming up and he sings this part like this, and then when they don't, you're like, ah, but I like it when it's like that. Like
yeah,
I
and
don't like it when they change it up, but Yeah, that
Because
shit annoys
especially if
me.
you want to sing along to it, you're just like, oh, like it just gets
And
you,
then
man.
you like
It's jarring.
because like he just shortens it, and you hear your voice over everyone else in the crowd, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh, I sound like a fucking asshole.
yeah. Yeah, I don't like covers. You do
Yeah,
though.
yeah, I
You've
do
listened
to
to
an amount.
that one band for years, haven't you?
Yeah, Boyce Avenue. Yeah, that
Yeah, that one.
probably
Yeah,
maybe the best band I've ever seen live. Like his voice is incredible, but I genuinely think now that his like covers of songs, well, theirs like they're a band, but like his voice technically, like he does their songs better than like the original artists do, which is like I think hard to do because they're the the people that do it. But like yeah, I think they're good. And like I don't mind even some like just like different types of genres that like remix it. Like, if there's like a rock song, like, and then they do like a rap version of it or something. If it's done well, I'll like it. But yeah, I don't like them all. Like cover bands where you go to like a pub and there's like an ACDC tribute band and stuff like that. I'm not really into those, but I've heard some really good ones where they sound like them and like genuinely
yeah,
good bands. But I don't know. Like I don't know about you, but like, say if I'm like like a really good singer and I sound exactly like fucking Axl Rose, I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna fucking start a Guns N' Roses tribute band. Eventually, you like, "Oh, I wish I could sing like my own shit though, because I'm kind of only known as like Axl Rose's shadow, not my own person. But like, if you're getting paid and you enjoy singing those songs, and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm cashing it in like on someone else's
yeah,
shit. Or eventually you're like, I wish I never like went down this path because I'm obviously talented and like I could be like Dan Wootton rather than like Axl Rose wanna be. Like I don't
yeah.
wonder
You kind
about
of
like the people that pretend to be someone else in a way.
yeah, like put yourself in a corner, like a comedian that just gets shouted at to do that one bit.
All the
He's like, man, I
time,
got
yeah.
loads of other jokes, man. Like, let me flex something else.
Yeah, I hear like actors talk about it, like that they only know them for that role and they call them boy like that person, like, you know, like Bryan Cranston. Like, oh Walt, he's like, oh I'm fucking Brian, you know what I mean? Like that's just the character I play. Like, and some
Yeah,
probably love it because they're like, oh, they love my work, so they're kind of in with it. But I don't know how I would feel about it because eventually, if you just getting called someone that you played rather than your name, I don't know. I don't think it'd bother me, but I don't live with it. So like maybe like dealing with it
yeah.
every day is different for them.
I guess to kind of paint it more real, like in a regular life, it's kind of like when someone, not that it happens too often, but like someone introduces you to like someone or a crowd or something, and they're like, oh yeah, this is Ryan. He's dead, just dry and sarcastic, and then they're waiting for you to live up to it. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but like,
Yeah,
don't wait for me to perform. Like, I'm just me. Now I'm like under pressure to like be that guy. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. It's like it's there's like a saying in there like under promise over deliver or something like that. It's true, is it? And like
Yeah,
comedians like talk about it like, please welcome to the stage, the best comedian. And they're just like, yo man, don't sell me like that. Like I've got to live up to that now. Like, just call me,
yeah.
just say my name and I'll come on. Like, yeah,
Or be on the money when you say it. Like when you like recommend me a show or something, and you say, "Yo, this is fucking class. Watch it, promise." Like
mm,
if you're hyping it that much, I know it's going to be good, and then it always is. So it's like, yeah, like next time, I know he's going to be on the money again.
yeah. Is that important to you that you think that people take your recommendation as strong? Like, if someone says, "Oh, Ryan keeps telling me to watch this show," but like, ah, man, like when he tells me to watch stuff, they're usually shit. Like, do you think that bothers you? You're like, I'm just, he's got a different taste, or do you think that you take that a little bit personal if your recommendations are not solid?
I like them to be solid because then like your word means something. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like if I recommend someone like a product or something, like some for some cars or like yo, just do it this way. Like it'll be perfect. Or you
mm,
know, yeah, anything like that. I like to only say it if I'm sure because then that's just how you build trust with people. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
I also,
like my dad. Like I told my dad to watch Breaking Bad, and he just for years he just put it off.
mm,
But then when he watched it, it was like that was fucking good. Like one of the best things he's ever watched. So I told him to watch Game of Thrones, and then he loved that as well. So it was like he's more likely to watch anything I tell him to because I've always served him up bangers before. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I think I'm quite critical, but I also think that like I like cool shit. Like if I was to be like, "Yo, this thing's cool. You should check it out." Like it might not be your thing, but I feel like for most people, you could be like, "Oh yeah, like I see like the coolness in it." But if someone was to just be like, "Nah, Dan's word shit," and his recommendation of stuff, like, don't listen to him, I don't think it would bother me because I know what I like and I know what's cool. To be fair, like
Not as a personal attack, but more like you've let someone down for me.
yeah, but I don't give a fuck about that. I let people down all the fucking time.
Yeah,
Like, I don't give a
yeah,
fuck
man.
if I let people down. Especially if I just say, "Watch this show, it's sick," and they're like, "Oh, it's shit," and then I've let them down because like, go fuck yourself then. You choose the show, cunt.
Like Mark does.
Yeah, that's directly who we're talking about, really, innit? But
Yeah, yeah,
the thing is about Mark though, is that like with me, like I said, I'm critical, but I'm fair. Whereas I think he's over critical. But I don't know why, because he might even have no like preconceived notion about it, or not even know what like a show's about. But I might say, "Yo, watch this show, it's pretty good," and he'll go into it and be like, "Nah, it's shit." But like I don't know if it's because he thinks I'm bigging it up so much that again, like we just spoke about, it doesn't like deliver and like how much I've probably hyped it up to him. But like, I don't know, I've recommended him some really cool fucking shit shows and like stuff in the past where I thought like, yeah, he'd definitely like that, and he watches it and says, "Nah, like it's shit," and I'm like, did we watch the same shit though? Like, because I know you'd
yeah,
like it.
yeah. I think with some stuff you just water it down as well. Like some stuff it's just your personal taste, and not everyone's gonna
Mhm.
like it. So you'd be like, yeah, like I like this. I've
Yeah,
been watching this. Like, give it a go if you want. Like, you might not love it, but like I do. But then there's certain stuff that's like 10/10. You're like, yo, watch that.
yeah.
It's gonna bang.
You're like for the boys, for you. I just kept saying, "Yo, you need to watch it, man." Like I know you'd love it as well. That's the thing when I know you'd be into it and like it, and someone's just like, "Yeah, I'll get to it." I was like, "Man, like get to it now, though."
Yeah.
Like,
But we've always kind of liked similar stuff, so
yeah,
it's an easy recommendation to me.
yeah, and I also think like it depends, obviously, like what someone's into. Like you're into cars and stuff like that. So when I'm buying a car, I'm like, "Yo, I've been seeing this car that I like the look of. I'm thinking about buying it. Like, what do you think?" And if you was like, "Nah, don't get that model or version. Get this one instead." Like, I know your word there would be solid. I won't be like, like, why would you tell me to get that one? I'd be like, okay, I guess I'll get that one instead. Then like, I won't
Yeah.
even think like, but I like this one better. I'd be like, oh, he's like, I'd take it that not seriously because that's too strong a word, but you know what I mean. Like,
Just as gospel, like. The
yeah,
only thing with that, the only like the only like contrarian thing about that is you don't get to learn that I've given you a good call. I mean, 'cause if you don't get to make that mistake, like I don't know, it's like when you give someone advice in life and then they make the mistake instead of listening, but then they listen. It's like at least you knew how critical it was. Like
mm,
if I give you some advice that's gonna like you're gonna fuck your life up and you follow it and you don't fuck your life up, you don't know how good the advice was. You know what I mean? Unless you actually go against it, fuck it
I
up,
see what you
then
mean
go
because
back.
you know what the stakes are. So if I say, "Yo, I'm
Exactly.
thinking about investing in this fucking stock," thoughts, you said, "Yeah, man, do it," and then I'll put like all I have is 10 grand, and I put 10 grand on it, and then it goes big, and I become a millionaire. I'm like, "Yo, like that was so sick," but then on the flip side of that, it goes bust, and I'm broke and then homeless, and it's like, but I wouldn't have known that side of it because it went big and I got a millionaire. But so that advice was so good that I wouldn't have known how bad it was. But there's
Yeah.
some things though that like I don't know, me personally, if it was like a decision where it was a fork in the road between my utter disaster and changing my life for the complete better, I don't think I'd go just on your recommendations like, "Yo, bro, what should I do for this?" I think I'd give that a couple like minutes to think on it at the same time.
Yeah. Like yeah, fucking take the wheel, man. Just steer me. Why not?
It would be interesting to do though. Like if like there's I don't know if you've ever seen like Red Dwarf, but there's an episode where because Rimmer is a hologram, so he can't touch anything or do anything, and he just miss like in Matrix, like they just miss like food and he misses like sex and touch and what things feel like. So then they figure out like there's a way to like sort of swap bodies with like Lister, who's Craig Charles, and then he just gets fat and he says, "Oh, I've just missed food so much," and he just keeps indulging, and then but I thought, like, if me and you used to swap sort of brains, like, would you be like, "Fuck this, I'm getting this fucking dude in shape," and then would I be like, "Right, I'm getting this dude like mental." Like, I wonder how if we could change each other, like, if it would even be possible, or we'd just be like, "No, this dude fucking just does nothing. This feels like shit."
Yeah, that's a good premise to be fair. That'd be a good show, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like,
But yeah, I don't know, man. It depends if I'd be my mind in your body, or if I'd take some of your mind and just be like, "Yo, fucking hell, what's going
Yeah.
on here?
But as soon
What
as
do you
I
think in
switch
this?"
minds with you and I wake up, I'm in your body and I've got to deal with a kid again, I'm killing myself, man. You're just stuck in my body.
Nah, save my body, man.
Nah, man, I'm putting a fucking shotgun blast right through it.
Fuck. Just go and find my own body as you and just be like, "Fuck, mate."
And then I'll do it also in like your apartment. So then when your spouse actually goes to try and sell it, she'll have to disclose, yeah, there was a suicide in here, man. Like, so it's hard to sell everything. It'll just fuck everything up. And
Yeah,
then
you
you're
might as
just
well
stuck in my body.
as me just come and kill me in your body as well,
No, because nah, fuck that. Like that ain't not fun. Like I like knowing
mate.
that I've done that and just fucked you up like up a bit.
But at least you'll be able to commit suicide and watch. I mean,
Yeah.
you might get some pleasure in that. Like, yeah, look at me dead.
I can't wait for 3 years when there's a Black Mirror episode just like this.
Yeah, and it's just a little clip of us inserted in,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
inspire the app.
Yeah, there's probably already an episode like it. Black Mirror fucking creepy in it, to be fair. Especially the stuff that's
You know
kind
what
of
though?
come true kind of from it as well.
Yeah. Talking of that, in a way, do you think you kind of do that anyway with people? Like you were saying, like you give advice to people, but don't fucking follow it yourself.
Mm.
Do you think that's similar in a way? Because I'll concentrate on other people and just like not focus on me too much. Just be like, yo, let's get you sorted in this and like let's get you
Mm.
fucking healthy and dieting and like let's make that happier for you and make that more convenient and cut this money down going out and like just not work on me, but like it's kind of more satisfying to help someone else. But you're just in the same place while you progress someone else. It's kind of like what you were saying. If I was in
Kind,
your body, like
kind of. But the difference with me is I don't give a fuck about anyone. So like, if you was to come to me and say, yo, I really need like advice or like help dealing with this or whatever, then yeah. Like, but I don't really I don't know, for me, like if I'm giving advice, like if a friend's come to me and said like I'm dealing with this situation or they're in a weird position, whatever, like I'll give my 2 cents in it. And I think for better or for worse, I'm a very logical person. Like I don't really put emotion to things. And that's obviously a detriment to a lot of stuff. But I'll think of it logically. And a lot of the times, especially when people are in a situation where, they're going through a breakup, divorce, losing job, fucking family dying, whatever, like they're obviously driven by emotion, so they're not thinking logically. So that's where I think my advice is usually on the right track, if not bang on, because I'm giving it to you logically because you're not thinking about it logically because you you know overcome of emotion. So that's where I think it's usually good um to give advice to people, but I'm not doing it because I'm like, oh, I feel good giving this person this. I just think, man, you're being a dumb cunt. Stop doing that. Like, to be
yeah,
honest. And because especially if someone's moaning to me about something constantly and then they're not doing anything about it and then just continue moaning about it to me, I know it pisses me off. I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. Do something or don't. Like,
yeah.
I'll
Do
probably
you
do it
think
as
though,
well.
like, because you detach quite easily, don't you? Like, if something's going to shit with you, you accept it ahead of time, and then
Mm,
you can kind of break away pretty cleanly without being too affected.
yeah.
But do you think because of that, you just never go like all in on something? Does it ever like not get you in
Mm,
trouble, but does it ever affect you negatively in a way? Because
yeah.
you're like, I'm not going to get too deep in this because it might just fuck up.
Yeah. Like, I kind of, in a lack of a better sense, like, better analogy, I guess, would be like I pull my punches. So, like, I never give it a full whack because yeah, I'm like a pessimistic person, so I always go immediately to the negative. Like, I'll never go full in for a job because if I've poured my heart out into it and really fucking committed, the rejection's that much worse. But if I kind of have one foot out the door, kind of, it's like, I fucking expected it anyway. So, yeah,
Yeah,
possibly. Um,
I think with relationships as well.
yeah, but like, I think
Do you think
again,
though, like, do you think with relationships you kind of mentally go half in, but in relationship duties you go all in logically? But like, so it seems like you're all in because you do like the things you're meant to, like be chivalrous and buy gifts and whatever. But secretly, mentally, you're only half in, or do you
I
just go
think,
all in?
I think that I think everyone's out to get you, man. Like, I love people and I trust people, but I'm always thinking they're just one fuck up from pissing me off and I'm off. Like, people are twats. Like, I hear stories all the time, especially getting older. Like, we're in our 30s now, and the stuff I hear about what people do. And like, when you're younger, especially me, like 15, I was skateboarding a lot. I was around skate parks. I saw weird shit that a 15-year-old probably shouldn't have been even exposed to. Like, nothing too crazy, but like, like drugs, partying, fucking sex, like shit like that. And like, yeah, I know like certain things in life, and then when I got older, and then I hear like how much weird shit people do. Like, oh yeah, I had a brother that fucking did this shit or did that shit, or like, I had a fucking girl who had a fucking pussy licked by a dog, and I'm like, huh? Like, I hear like mad shit, and like, you think you just hear about that stuff, but then when it's like, oh, it's someone that you went to school with, or it's a girl that you work with, and stuff like that, like, you just realize like how like fucked up most people are as you get older because you're exposed to like people's stories. So yeah, I never go really all in with people because people are fucking weird, man. Like, people
Yeah,
are weird, me included. Like, I'm a neurotic person. Like, I don't really do anything too crazy or fucked up, but like, I know that there's times where I'm not in the right headspace, and like, who knows what the fuck people are doing even behind closed doors. Like, especially because I've watched a lot of true crime stuff with like, serial killers, criminals, shit like that. That like most people, when they come out and get arrested and shit, go, "Oh, he seemed like a lovely dude. I could never imagine him doing that. He was always lovely to me." It's like, meanwhile, he's fucking cut 14 girls' heads off. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like, you kind of opens your eyes a little bit, like hearing about serial killers and things like that, because you shouldn't really trust anyone. Like, it's dangerous in a way when like you have an overly friendly animal, because you're like, that animal's gonna get killed now because it's gonna go up to a wrong human who's just gonna kill it. Like that,
mm,
I feel like that applies to people too. Like, in a way, it's shit because there should be kindness and like, oh yeah, like love thy neighbor, and you should, like when we were kids, have your doors open, have all kids play on the street and shit. But it's not possible anymore. I don't think. I think those days are gone. Like, it'd be nice to get back to that shit, but there's just too many dickheads about. Like, the fact that we kind of have to have ring doorbells as a thing now is kind of a testament to how like unsafe people are or are capable of. You know what I mean?
yeah. And you do like you do run into people sometimes that like tell you a story that's happened to them, and you just think like, fuck, like you'll just hear like delivering my chips or whatever, and like that's
Yeah.
going through your head. Like some people are just dealing with that shit, but you might just make them feel that a little bit better, just getting it off the chest to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
Like I was at the shops before. I think I was waiting for Amy to get her haircut or something. I was just with Max on his bike, and this geezer was just walking past, and he went, "How old is he?" I said, "Oh, like, oh, he's 2 or whatever," and he was like, "Yeah, man, like, enjoy your time with him, like, look after him and stuff." He said, "My my son was 12, and he just killed himself." And
fucking hell.
oh, he went, oh, what, like, why? He was just like,
Was you
we
talking to
don't
him, you
know.
boring cunt? Jog on, I'm with my kid.
Yeah, it's like, man, I'm just waiting for the missus, man. Fuck me, what a downer. Nah, but like that, for that to just come out so easily, it must have been in his forefront of his brain. You know what I mean? And he just must have wanted to get it out.
Yeah, but
But like,
that would piss me off. Like
I
that.
just walked off like, fucking hell.
No, but that would piss me off. Like, since you started that story, there's something you said that I was immediately pissed off at if it was me. And I was just there with my kid, and he goes, "How old is he?" Already annoyed. I'm already fucking annoyed at that point. Why the fuck do you give a shit? Like, go away. What are you talking to me for? And then two, oh, enjoy it. Don't tell me what to do. It's my kid. Fuck off. And then to then
I
drop my
think,
dead suicide son on top of that as a cherry on top, and then just leave me with that for the rest of my day. Fuck me.
I think with, I
Debbie
see it a
Downer.
lot though, like
No wonder his kid
having
killed
like,
himself.
hey man, just fucking negative all the time. Nah, but you see it a lot walking around with a kid though. Like you can see people in the like early 50s or something that've probably got like 15-year-olds or 20-year-olds that have just left home or something, and they're always like smiley and stuff and enjoy seeing your kid. And
Mm,
I think time probably just got away from them, and they just miss having little kids. So they just want to like interact with you. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I feel it as well a bit like he's coming up to 4. So if I see someone with like a 6 month or like a 1 year old or something, I know what stage they're in, and you kind of miss it a bit. So I think
Mm.
they're just like man, I'm 55 now. My kid's like 25. Like, where did the time go?
Yeah, I mean, at your wedding, your dad literally said that to me. Like, what is he married for? Like, he was literally just a kid, like 2 days ago. Yeah. Oh, you definitely like because we speak about it and we like talk about our fucking lives. Like, we've known each other since primary school, like 8 years old, and then we went to same high school together. So then, and we all like reflect. Oh man, do you remember when we did this? That was like 12 years ago. And we're like, fucking hell. So like, we keep each other sort of reminded of time and how much we age and people that we see from our mutual lives and things like that. But like, I bet having a kid like doubles that because it's like when we look at technology like phones and it was like flip phones and then you couldn't really get an internet on your phone. And if you did, you like panic because you were like, fuck me, this is going to cost me like a tenner. Like, and then now you look at now and it's like, man, I got a fucking iPhone. Like, you see the growth and evolution, and it makes the time
Yeah,
feel so much quicker because how much is fucking grown. Like a kid, I'd imagine, does that. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they age so rapidly as well, and you see them from zero. Like, we've been mates for fucking 20 something years, but because we're the same age and we age at the same rate relative to each other, we haven't aged. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
we're kind of on the same timeline, moving at the same time, so we don't at each other we don't see time pass. But like to see someone from zero get like evolve so much because obviously in the first like 4 or 5 years they just grow so much. It gives you like a visible time scale of just how fast shit's going.
yeah, yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean? It'd
true.
be like watching a movie, but the timeline was at the bottom the whole time.
Yeah, you
It's
just
like,
be
man,
watching that.
yeah, like you can see it moving.
Yeah,
But like, because we're the same age and we always will be, you get what I'm saying? Like, we can't see time passing because I'm getting older the same rate as you. So like, we're in the same place.
you're older, you cunt.
It's
Don't
only
put
it's
us in
only
the
a
same
couple of weeks,
bracket. Don't put us in the same
couple of
bracket.
weeks,
And it's
couple of
two
weeks, man.
months. 2 months. Don't forget it.
Yeah, but
But
look at you, man.
yeah, but true. But yeah, it's. I also think like getting older, someone who didn't think they'd fucking make it to 30 and like thinking like fuck me and like I've had health issues. I've been in fucking hospitals. I've had surgeries here and there. Like, and that obviously ages you in some regard because your body feels haggard. You think, "Fuck me, I'm dealing with this shit at this age and that." But like, I think like aging for me and like growing up is doing shit. Like you have a kid in instance like that's doing like adult shit in a way. So that like you're more in a sense grown up than me. So you are older in that regard. It's like when you look at like kid actors and they're like 13 and you think that kid like knows more about world and life and stuff than I do, even at my age now, because they're like they're already kind of adults in a way. Like a professional football players at like 16 and they're traveling all the time and they're playing football and they're like in grown up world almost. So like
Yeah,
stuff comes up faster. So they're already like kind of old in a way. And I think like aging is doing shit, it's traveling, it's filling your life with stuff rather than like, like getting wrinkles and what age you are, like 52 or whatever. Like, I think living life is literally filling it with just shit you want to do, really. And like everyone fucking kind of knows that, but it's some things like you hear, but then there's things that you hear and then realize like, oh shit, that's what the fuck you mean by that. Like you can hear something, but then you understand it is like
yeah,
a different thing. And I think especially for me, like getting older, like is understanding more shit. Like that's what that's about, or that's what fucking that means and stuff like that.
yeah. The main example of that for me was hearing a couple of people like a few years ago, like saying like, oh, like people that are like transformed, like mainly celebrities because they're in obviously in the public forum, but just saying like, yeah, I'm working out and getting healthy and getting strong, just so I'm ready. And I was like, I just was like, ready for what? And then like someone else would say like, yeah, I just want to be ready. Like whatever comes at me, like I want to be physically strong and like in my
Mm.
peak physical condition, just so I'm ready. And I was like, what the hell about so I'm ready? And then when I got a family, it kind of dawned on me like, shit, like people depend on me and I've got people to protect. Like I need to be able to run away or fight or like protect them or like lift something off them. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So I get it now. Like, oh, that's what it was for me. It was like, oh, I get it now. Like, I need to get fit. So if anything happens, like even mentally strong, you know what I mean? You need to get mentally mature. So if someone fucking dies early, like someone's dad or something, like you can lead the family and say like, right, let's sort this funeral, or fucking let's keep everyone together and happy.
mm,
Like you do kind of got to build yourself because shit's coming out. Like so much shit's gonna happen to all of us.
yeah.
You got to kind of build yourself and be ready for it. Which I guess kind of full circles around to you just being half out the door on shit. You're like you're half prepared already because you're expecting it.
Yeah, I always expect the worst, and I think sometimes, again, to my detriment, I'm too much of like a realist. Like, speak to people, I even come to you, like to girlfriends in the past or whatever, and I'll say like, oh yeah, I'm not like sure about this, or I'm thinking of applying for that, or I'm thinking of starting this, and I see all the ways it can go wrong first before like, yeah, but it could lead to this, but like then if I'm trying to get a promotion or I'm trying to do something to just step my game up, or I can see things like there's going to be redundancies, or a girl's going to break up with me, or I can just kind of see things going to shit before they do, and then I'll tell people like I'm seeing this go to shit, and they sort of lump that in with like the rest of my negative thinking, but then it usually comes through. I'm like, I told you, like I've seen it before it happened, and I don't know, it works both ways. Like obviously, I'm not going all in a sense, like detriments me and probably doesn't reach potential to things. But also, like, I'm never going to be the cunt where it's like, I can't believe this happened to me, because I'm
Yeah.
always like, I saw it coming and I dipped.
I guess it's also like a safety mechanism.
Yeah. And I don't know where it's kind of from, because, like, I don't actually give a fuck really about rejection. Like, it's not nice, obviously, that people don't obviously like to be rejected, but like, I don't think it's a fear of rejection either. Like, I don't want to go all in just in case, like, this doesn't pan out, because I don't know how I'll deal with the no answer. But obviously, it's not nice, but I just don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because, like I said, like, I kind of look at people and I think, or any of these people could just fuck me over just because they want to. Like, especially if it's something to do with money, or it helps them elevate. Like, people fuck people over to better position themselves all the time. So, but I never want to be the dude where it's like, fuck, I got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I never want to be that dude. So, yeah, I just, I just go in kind of negatively. Not always though. Like, I'll go in. I'll never go all in or go in fully positive. But like, I'll go in and think, fuck it. Let's just roll the dice and see though. Like, I'll give myself, for someone who's crazy neurotic and doesn't like stuff changing and things being new, and like, but I will sort of challenge myself a little bit. Like, I try and get outside my comfort zone, and my comfort zone is like a huge thing for me. Like, I even work from home. Like, I don't really like going out, because again, I don't really like people. I don't like the put. Every time I go out, I'm reminded why I like staying in, because I just see something in the street, or if I'm in town or something, I just see people acting a certain way. I just think, ugh, like, get me back
Yeah.
home. But I will
I'm up and
try
down with that.
and get outside my comfort zone now.
Yeah. I'm up and down with it. I think we all have a comfort zone, but I think you kind of know that you should challenge it sometimes,
Yeah. There's
but it
some
pulls
things
you
I'm
back in.
stubborn about. No.
But there's a reason it's a comfort zone, ain't there? Because it's like you've just built your kind of life to just be nice.
Yeah, true. But like, my comfort zones, like for instance, I had a tray that I used to eat off, and I had a pillow that for 25 years, I had the same pillow.
Yeah.
It was haggard, it was falling apart, but I, I couldn't get rid of it. Like, it's so in my routine that I couldn't imagine. Like, we went to Scotland, we drove like 12 hours. I made sure I had my pillow. Like, I couldn't sleep in hotels without bringing it. Like, it was so ingrained. And then when I moved into this house here, and I sort of like changed my life for a little bit, got in a new relationship and whatnot, I was like, fuck that pillow. Like, let's just fucking try it, man. Like, let's just break away. And I used to have a certain tray that I could only eat my food off. I had that for about 20 years. I was like, fuck that. I'm fucking the tray off as well. And sometimes I will sort of like break out of my comfort zone. But for me, it ain't fucking easy, because I ain't a creature of change, man. Like, I don't really like to do
Yeah.
it.
Me neither, to be honest. And like I do adapt quickly, but I just don't like the change initially. I think the initial thought You know what I mean? Like it just I like to know what to expect. Like this cup, like it just sounds daft, but like I just since I bought this cup, I have this cup every day. Like every drink now, I just have this one cup, and I just know what I'm getting. But like Amy made me a drink yesterday, just in a different cup, and my initial reaction was like, "Oh man, that weren't the cup I was thinking was coming." Like, but I thought like, shall I just say, get me my cup, man? You know I like this cup. But then I just thought, fuck that. And I just drank it at the normal glass and I was like, yeah, it's just a drink.
Yeah.
But it does get you, man. Like, I like certain cutlery and fucking
Yeah,
just
me too.
certain routes to drive. You know what I mean? Like, you do just have. And that's probably just our fucking fucking neurodivergent shit, I hate. But
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like I have been diagnosed with many things throughout my fucking life. You have too now in your adult life, but like I've never let it sort of define me. Like I've never made it my identity. You know what I mean? Where some people do. Like, and I also hate that there's kind of labels on everything. Like if a kid's just acting a bit rambunctious, they're like, "Oh, he must have ADHD." It's like he's just a fucking 8-year-old kid. He wants to run around and scream. He's full of energy, and you fed him chocolate all day. Like you haven't got to put a
yeah,
label on that he's ADHD. You know what I mean? Like I hate when it's just rather than being he's a kid, it's easier to just give him these tablets and calm him the fuck down rather than really like let the kid be a kid.
yeah,
Um, but I think everyone has their comforts, like a certain food that they like, a certain TV show that they fall asleep to, like, and that's not being OCD or neurodivergent. It's just it's just, people like the comfort blankets. They like a show to put on, or to watch that show for a break at one time. It's the show they watch when they'll feel a bit down because it's the show that got them through the down shit, and they just watch that.
yeah. And I think, like you say, with the tablets and that, if it's not kind of challenged and it's just enabled, I think it just gets worse. Like if you do put a label on someone, you kind of mentally encourage them to just understand, like, oh, I've got that label on, so I can just be a dickhead,
Yeah,
or I
gives
can just
people an
act up.
excuse. Yeah, and
Yeah, but
I
it's
hate it.
like, but like, just being given a different glass. I weren't enabled, you know what I mean? I was challenged, and then I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just have to accept this.
Yeah, the appropriate response was to just smash it up a fucking forehead and then just pour it back yourself.
I did the first time.
Oh, yeah. Well, there
Yeah,
you go. There you go. Then, well, you can't really do that one because I'm that metal, that fucking Donkey Kong one.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's
So let
reusable.
me ask you this then: what about if that just breaks now? What about or like you just? What about if Amy just robbed it? She just hid it or threw it out. Like, how would you like want to deal with that though? Are you just like, fuck it. Like, I liked it in the glass, so I'll just get used to that again. Or would you be like, oh, I need to fucking find that? Like, he's like crap for
Yeah.
you now.
If it was lost and I didn't, like, if it was taken away, but I just thought, like, where is it? Like, I'd come to make a coffee in the morning and I could search for that cup for half an hour, man. I won't just go, fuck it, let me use this cup. I'll look for it, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because it's routine. Like, even if I ain't thinking forward about what I'm going to do, like, I'm subconsciously thinking, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go in there, switch the coffee machine on, I'm going to grab that cup, I'm going to put it under, make the cup of coffee. Like, I want it to play out that way. You know what I mean? It's like with the music, like the cover songs. Like I don't want it to be different, man. I know
But
what's coming.
that's where like my half in business is good because I don't go in with like such a set defined plan. Like I have to have like back alleys and routes and stuff to a plan because then if I come to like that and then I'm like, right, I know I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then I look and the cup ain't there or like we ain't got the right amount of milk or something, like I kind of prepared for it mentally because I thought I might not be able to just have that in the morning because of whatever reason. But like if you go in and you're like, I've got to have that in my morning, you're looking like I don't know, there's something that you just haven't prepared for, like you ain't got enough sugar or you forgot like to buy more coffee or whatever, and you go, oh, like that's like a morning ruiner for you, eh?
Yeah, but at the same time, you're like applying logic to it, but they're not like logical thoughts. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like one in the exact same cup ain't like a logical thought. I can't just apply logic to it. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I do
Like if
prefer a
I'm
certain glass though in my house too. Like, and I will
yeah,
if I never pour out a glass. Like, I'll just I got even like bottled water and shit here. Like, I don't really use my glasses, but when I do, I like the sort of hexagonal sort of ones, like the sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
like pub glasses. But I've got like round, like kind of pompous ones, and like, they're okay to just drink out of. But if I'm like, yeah, I need to pour something, I want it in that fucking glass because it feels good to hold as you're drinking out of it too. Like it's enjoyable to drink my shit out of.
Yeah. Yeah, I just kind of get like, I don't know. I don't think I get attached to stuff, but it's just more the routine. Like I just like it to be the same. But if that did get fully lost, I'd just have to just find another cup and just leach to that one, and then that would be the cup going forward.
So you say that you okay? Let's touch on that. And you've got a kid. You can't have it all perfect. Like that's adapting on the spot. Having a child, I'd imagine. Like, so then how does it play into a kid? Like, what about if you're like, okay, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna feed him, obviously when he was younger, and then I'm just gonna get back to sleep. Then what about if like he just doesn't sleep and you can't get back to sleep? Like, how do you deal with that shit then?
Yeah, it can be frustrating. I think party needs to expect it. Like, you just got to kind of accept it with them, and you can try and just move them towards what you want,
Hmm.
but it's just kind of it's definitely frustrating. But like, but yeah, you kind of just grow them to how you want them to be. You know what I mean? Just make them a nice person, and but at the same time, like, it's partly why I think I don't want another kid either, because like I've got this one, and I like this one, and like I'm kind of building him how I want him to be, and he's turning out well. And I just think like I just want to keep this one. I don't think I'd give a shit about another one, man. Like I've put all my time into this one.
Do you think about it though of being like, because you've got a son? Do you think about it of like another boy? So you think, ah, like, but what about if you had a girl though? What about if you had a sister? It'd be a different. That's completely fucking different.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Talking about
I just
growing up though, that'll put some hairs on your chest because I listened to a podcast with a comedian Louis C.K. and he's got two daughters. And he talks about the moment as a dad where you realise that you have to wipe shit from your little baby's vagina. And he said, as a dude, that does something to you where you're like, whoa, like I never thought I'd
yeah
have to do something like that. And like
yeah that's
I
awkward, man.
I don't want to be doing that stuff either. Like I don't want to be looking at like a little baby's balls and wiping it. Think, fuck, it's like my son's just shit everywhere. Like that's a different thing when it's a daughter, though, man.
Yeah, I think like because with a boy baby, like well, I guess with any baby, but when you're cleaning them, you ain't really looking at like the fucking genitals or their arse. You're just looking at the shit. You know what I mean? You're just looking at getting the shit off. Like you ain't looking what's there. You're just looking at what you're cleaning. You don't even think about it.
Yeah, but
I definitely
like,
think if you've got to like go inside, that's weird.
yeah, you got a Scoopy, but like you've probably had to wipe like shit off your son's fucking dick and balls. Though, you know what I mean? Like you've had to. But that's
I
that.
have, but you just think of the shit.
Yeah, but you do. But there's got to be a part where you look at his dick and balls and think, "Fuck, man, this kid's got some fucking right bollocks on him or something." You know what I mean? Or this kid's got potential to have a fucking huge dick. Like, there's no way you don't look at your kid and be like, "I'm a little bit proud. He's got some
Yeah,
knackers on him."
yeah. You look at it and you just think like, fucking, I hope that's all right for him. Like, I hope he's got a fucking good old regular one of them.
Do you think it would annoy you though if, like, let's say he's 18 and he just comes out the shower and you just see his dick and it's just way bigger than yours as a dad? Like, you think you're like, fucking little bastard, like, he's got a bigger cock than me.
Fucking hogging, man.
Do you think he would annoy you, like, for real? Or do you think you'd be like, come on, son, fuck me?
Yeah, man. I'll just get him and fucking high five dicks, man.
Yeah, but then, like, feeling that big fucking monster thud against yours, like, yo, like, my son's
Just
back.
puts me in my place, like, just makes you feel dead small.
Yeah, like, there's no way you could ground him or tell him what the fuck to do
Just fucking
anymore,
whips
man.
me with a towel on the way out, going, Dad, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be like a conversation, man, to be like, yo, man, you've got a bigger dick than me, you know?
Get
I
out
mean,
there and use
do
it,
you
kid.
think you'd tell him if you saw it? You'd be like, by the way, I see your dick, and like, you don't get that from me, man. I don't know where you get that from.
Yeah, his mom.
He's
I don't know.
2025.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of fucking. I can't imagine it just being proper lads with him. We will be one day. But he's just so innocent at the minute, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because he might not be like how you are, how you just like, we've probably said some like vulgar shit on this, and we just speak like regular people. Like he might be like shy, nerdy, or like not really talk like that. But I think a lot of like guys and like dudes talk like that. I call it like locker room talk and stuff, don't they? But like I do think most guys talk like that. So when they don't, it is kind of like, oh, okay, like not everyone's into even like swearing,
Yeah.
but
I
I
remember
don't know.
being I remember being like I remember being a kid though, like fucking 12, 13, like just early high school, and like my dad and my uncle were like chatting some like vulgar shit, and I think my dad like I think my uncle said, "Oh, we shouldn't be talking about this kind of stuff around him." And my dad was just like, "Man, he's fucking 13. He's like when he's with his mates, he's probably talking about fucking piss, cum, and shit and all sorts."
Yeah, it's true. Everyone does though, innit? Like, and when we was at school, especially like, I kind of spoke like I did now, like, but I weren't like walking around going, "Ah, fuck off" and that. But like, you'd hear like kids do it, and it would be like, like it kind of felt like weird to be like disrespectful. Like, I've always kind of been able to sort of swear at home, and I kind of would within context. But when I just like, you go around people's houses and they say, "Fucking hell, mom, where's this?" and you're like you shouldn't really
Yeah,
talk. Like I kind of feel weird about people swearing in front of the parents. I don't know why. Like I don't know if it's a respect thing. But what about like your son gets all that and he doesn't call you dad and he calls you Ryan? I think that pisses you off.
yeah, that ain't gonna fly, man.
It's disrespectful in a
I
way, isn't
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like fucking stepdad out in public.
it?
You know what I mean? Like I already feel like when I'm like if I go to like the park with him or like to like a fucking just a shop with him or something, you get a weird feeling like people are looking at you like, oh, he's fucking. He only sees his kid once a week. He's took him to the park. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm with him every day. Like I take him everywhere.
Yeah, but that's because that is the norm. Most people's dads are
Yeah,
fucking deadbeat or dead or fucking pissed up or, the fucking shot the cum into the wrong fucking woman now. They have to go and get them once a week and shit like that. Like, that is most of the case. But I reckon that's like your own insecurity. It's like if you was to go bald, and you're not gonna because that hairline is fucking strong, man. But if you was to go bald, you think, fuck, I'm gonna shave my head tomorrow, and every motherfucker's gonna be looking at me, look at his head, look how fucking bald he is, look at his ears and shit. But then when you just walk past a bald guy, you don't look and be like, he's bald. You just walk past him and just see
yeah,
a dude. Like, but into your head, you think everyone's fucking focused on it, but they're probably just thinking, oh, it's just a kid with a dad. Like, they're probably happy that you're even doing it because they're like, at least there's a dad out here fucking taking their son to the park rather than just chucking an iPad at their end and say, go on, watch fucking Paw Patrol, you little cunt. But
yeah,
that's what most people do.
yeah. Like I've said before, man, I'm just trying to build a good kid. You know what I mean, like I assess him, man. I pay attention to his behaviour and just I see what affects him and what gives him crappy behaviour, what gives him good behaviour. I'm just, I'm just trying to build him the best life he can fucking have, like for him and for everyone around him. Like, I want him to just be pleasant to speak to and interact with.
Yeah.
But like, I brought him into the world. You know what I mean? I want to give him the best chance because it ain't. It's kind of not up to him how he turns out. It's up to me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, how I make his behaviour now will reflect on the rest of his
But it,
life.
it
Like, I
gets
want
to
him
a
to have the best
it
chance.
gets to a point with an age though where like you kind of have to like press off the brakes a little bit and then let him sort of, with the tools that you've sort of given him, let him figure out who he is within those
Yeah,
boundaries
definitely.
at the same time. But like, I wonder if you know when that is. Like, I wonder if it'll come to a point where you're a bit older and you go, okay, I need to like back off here and let him make his own decision so he learns from this. Like we were saying earlier, like with advice, you don't know how good the advice was because you didn't see the other side of it. Like, there
Yeah,
might be a chance in the future where you have to be like, I've got to let him make this mistake in a way. Like he's got to learn from this. Like whether it be like how he deals with a breakup rather than go in there and say, "Don't worry, son." You know what I mean? Like you've got to be like, let's just see how he deals with this. Let's just test him in a way and see if he's got a brain in his fucking head and he comes away and you think he did the right thing, or if you're
yeah.
like, oh, like fucked
It's
up
the
a bit there.
it's the most effective way. I've been doing it since he was fucking 6 months old. Like,
Mm,
I let him get hurt. You know what I mean? I let him shoot his fingers in this, but it he does none of it anymore. And
yeah,
like to see him around other kids, he seems so mature. Like when he's at school queuing up for school or like playing with the other kids, you just look at him and he just kind of looks at the other kids like, man, look at these fucking kids. Like
yeah,
he seems dead mature, man. But it's because I let him like you know touch a fucking hot kettle or whatever, and he won't do it again. Or let him shoot his fingers and things, and it just ingrains. You gotta let kids just do science experiments, man. It's the only way they learn the fucking universe,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
and it works. But and like you say, like you gotta guide them, but you gotta let them find out for themselves. But but obviously, like yeah, when is the time to just be like you can't rely on me anymore? Like I'm here to help you, but I can't just fully prop you up. You gotta do it yourself.
yeah, yeah. But I think that's probably quite rare nowadays. To be fair, people will just chuck a tablet or a phone in front of a child, and it's just easier to deal with rather than Mom, why this? Dad, why that? And rather than being like, just shut the fuck up. Like, stop bothering me. Just watch your shows on that. And then the will. And that kid's not prepared socially how to deal with things or not really how to talk to and how to adapt to a certain situation or even be knowing that that's even a possibility to even happen to them. Like, and even overly mothering, being too involved in their lives, it does the same thing. Like, you kind of gotta let them be their own person. I think if even the same in relationships, I think it's important that you're both individual people, man. Like, people need to be themselves. You need to figure shit out. Like, I'm still doing it. You're probably still doing it. Like, and you don't really know how you're going to deal with the situation until it's fucking dropped in your lap like a father for you. Like, you always thought, I know I'd be a good dad and I know I'd be able to handle this. But there's probably times where it was like 5 times in a row at like 3 in the morning where you're screaming, you thought, fuck, I knew this was hard, but I weren't actually prepared mentally for this. You know what I mean? Like, you knew how difficult it was, but there was times where it probably still surprised you, like, fucking hell, this is a lot to deal with, man. And then you push through it, and then that's when you realize, like, oh, I can fucking be a dad, but you don't know until you really fucking put yourself in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one, and it's like a minefield, man. I think you just gotta apply logic to it. Like there's obviously fucking there's probably thousands of books out there on how to parent and how to do things, but
Mm,
I think you just kind of sit down, decide what kind of person you want to have on your hands, and just chip away at them. You know what I mean? Just work on them, and
yeah.
that is that is the harder road to take initially because it's easy to just give them iPads and fucking let them eat sweets all day. But that ain't gonna get you the best kid at the end of it, and you're gonna have the harder times later instead.
No, but people want the fast track routes, and people like you planned a kid, you wanted a child, and that type of stuff. But a lot of people don't. They make mistakes. It gets dropped on them, pregnant from it, especially in high school, young age. So like a lot of it too is they're being robbed from their sort of like young adult life rather than going like partying uptown and getting all that shit out of the way when a kid's crying, it's like, "Fuck you, like, ruining my life. I have this iPad, so, like, you leave me alone a little bit," and they don't really want to be a parent, they kinda have to be. I think that goes on a lot too, to be fair.
Yeah, but that's just not the way to do it, is it, man? Like, why go in? Why even enter the game if you're just gonna half-ass it, man?
Because people don't believe in abortions. People don't believe in I don't know, people have a weird thing about abortions and I don't know. And people probably think like, "Oh, well, I'm pregnant. I have to keep it because that's what you do," or "Oh, I want to be a mom anyway," and then realize like, "Oh, I didn't know a mom was actually being like this," like not being prepared for it, or just thought, "Hey, anyone could be a mom," and like technically anyone can, but there's a difference between like having a kid and being a parent. Any motherfucker can come in someone and have a kid, but like not everyone can be a loving, involved parent. You know what I mean? Like
And
people
it's
just
it's cra-
aren't
that's
up
a
for it.
that's a crazy fact, ain't it, man? That just anyone can do it.
Yeah. That's why there's so
Like,
many fucking dumb idiots around because they come from dumb idiots coming in each other.
it's the most dangerous thing, and it's just you're just born with the ability to just whack
And
it to anyone.
sex is so good and it's such a harsh punishment of it. It's like they had to nerf it. It's like, yo, there's this class thing where your dick goes into a pussy and it feels so good, man. But, and it's a big but, there might be a child that comes out and ruins your life and it's with you forever. Good luck.
Oh, imagine that in
And
like the 1500s, man, before contraception and that. Just like, oh, again.
no, but to be fair, then you died at 25 and like you had to do that with like multiple women just to keep the human race alive. It was like a kid again. Yes, finally my name's being fucking passed down.
Yeah, we're gonna overcome this scurvy, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah. But Yeah, kids have always been a no for me. But
What are your like little wins? Do you have many little wins? You think they're
mm,
overlooked as well as like kind of lame or corny? You know what I mean?
mm,
Because everyone's out there now, fucking just on Instagram and like showing how good their life is. Because it's all fucking just it's all like cherry picked. You know what I mean? Just, these are the highlights of how fucking good I'm doing,
mm.
but none of the bad stuff. But what's something you just not that we post a lot anyway, but what's something you wouldn't put on Instagram, but you just it's just a little win for you, man.
The fact that I've not gone to a hardware store today and thought about buying a fucking rickety stool and a noose. The fact that I've gone through the day and thought I didn't want to kill myself today. That's a little
That's
win.
a win.
That's a win. If I've got through
I
the
thought you'd
day,
say like I thought you'd say like just having a few puffs on a joint and watching the stars.
that that's a big win. That's not a little win. A little
Mm.
win for me is like I don't know. I don't know. That's like a big win. Like the fact that I get to sort of do that is like it's like a calming, like, oh yeah, like I get to sort of unwind and do that. It's almost like, oh, I get to do that. But a little win, I don't know. Like, would you consider a little win putting hand in your pocket and finding money? Or is that a big win?
No, I don't mean like an actual win. I just mean like just a little pleasure for you. Just something that's just insignificant, but to you it's like it just props up. Like for me, like just waking up early, just looking out the window, you know what I mean? It's just or looking at the door and it's just frosty, just sipping a coffee. Like that's it's not lame, but like it's nothing special. But to me, it's like, oh, this is nice, man. Like I want to just
Mm.
be here for a few minutes, just enjoy this.
Sometimes just even if it's just on a weekend and I'm just in my office like here and I'm just on my computer and I'm playing a game and on my second monitor or whatever, I've got like a podcast on and like, you know, if I get up early that day as well, so I'm a couple hours into it, it's only like 10 AM. And I just think, oh, like I've listened to a full episode of something, I've played a game for a couple hours that I like, and I've still got like the rest of the day sort of to
Yeah,
just do what the fuck I want. I'm going back to bed if I want to.
yeah,
Like that's like a time when I'm like, this is fucking class. But
yeah. That's a nice one.
yeah,
Yeah,
like little wins, yeah, like I guess like yeah, like going out and if it's clear, like looking at the stars, knowing like the constellation, like oh there's Cassia up here or oh the fucking Venus is over there, wherever. Oh, it's this time of year, so I know that's gonna be in the sky. Like that I guess that's like a little win, but
yeah. 'Cause I think kind of the point was like everyone's trying to just upgrade their life and just get the next best thing, and like we
mm,
kind of overlook just the little enjoyances like that. Like just enjoy the small stuff. And
mm,
on the flip side as well, do you think the way lives are going and just upgrading stuff and everything needs to be better and more, that we can't enjoy the little wins is why we just let the little inconveniences get to us so much as well. Like you might
mm,
be like your internet goes down for 2 minutes and you fucking start raging. It's like just such a small inconvenience. I think like if you
mm.
can't just enjoy little wins, then little inconveniences will just get to you so much harder as well.
True. It's like if you just leave your phone somewhere and you don't have it, it is like an itch, isn't it? Like, oh, I need my phone, I need my fucking phone. And like a part of me hates in a way that I've been got and I'm ingrained in the system where I'm so needy that I need internet for even if it's down for 2 minutes. But also, we live in a world where the little wins are on the internet, like just watching a YouTube video or just fucking listening to a podcast or like it's awful to be fair. Like I don't really have anywhere in my house now where I can actually play like a DVD. I have a discless PS5. My PC doesn't have it. Like I can't. I've got DVDs, but I have no way of watching them. So if there was like a fucking an internet server malfunction where BT that I'm on is down for like a week, I would I would lose my fucking mind over that, or I just get ripped, like because there'd be nothing else to do
In a week.
in a week. I wouldn't sleep, and yeah, I don't know. I think it would be good to sort of unplug, but like I kind of like being on the internet. I don't like seeing deaths and fucking beheadings and shit that you see all over fucking Twitter and all that type of stuff. Like I don't like a lot of the internet, but I like how fucking good it is because I love technology and AI. Like I love experimenting.
Yeah,
I love just
you and
asking
me
it
both.
shit. Yeah, like I love the internet for what it is and what it's capable of, and like how amazing it really is that we're all kind of connecting like a hive mind. Like if aliens were to look, I don't know if the internet would be like a universal technology thing because it makes sense to sort of have information that's accessible by everyone. But like if we was to look, if an alien race or a different species was to observe Earth, they'd think really smartphones and computers were like what's taking over the world and we're like controlled by them. Like because people, like I said, when I was in Japan, people aren't looking up from the phones. People are walking and just staring at the phone. So, like, if I was like observing that universe, I'd look and think the phone was the actual living thing, and that it's controlling
Yeah.
all these fucking people. Like, it is scary, and it is like an addiction. Like I said, if I don't have my phone, or if you're waiting in line at like a bank or something, you're like, the natural thing is you can't wait anymore. You got to pull your phone out, like, and if you don't have it or you leave it in the car or something, and you sit there, you're like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, you realize how much you are like kind of reliant on it, and that's like a scary feeling that you're that dependent on this thing. But I also, on the flip side, love it because I love being on it. I love even holding my phone. Like, it's sleek, it's nice, it's premium. Like, it's a nice experience to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I do appreciate like everything we got and just how far it's come, like fast speeds and just the instant connectivity. But I also hate it at the same time, man. Like I said, I don't know if I said to you, but I was watching like an old documentary from like 1994,
Mm.
and it was
Oh,
just
that's when
about,
we was born.
oh yeah, old as fuck. But yeah, it was just people that get in the first cars, but
Mm.
they were just like 17, 18, and they're just a waiver like it was like nostalgia, but it was like jealousy at the same time because
Yeah.
they had such unconnected freedom. Like this one was just like I'll get in the car and I just get down to this Burger King and we have car meets here. And I just thought like the second you step out the house, like no one's expecting you to reply or like tell them where you are or
Yeah.
like fucking just tracking your location. Like you're just so free. I was jealous, man.
Yeah, I get that as well. And like, I obviously think, because like you said, we're like creature comforts. I like being at home because there's all amenities at home. But when we were kids, it was be out, play football, ride bikes, fucking make dens and shit like that, like we like to do as kids. So like I've been on both sort of sides of it. But like when I do watch like things like Stranger Things and it's like set in the 80s and they're all just like out on the bikes and they go to like the arcade and stuff rather than just like being at home gaming. Well, I love doing that. I love being on the internet and we're even doing this over the fucking internet. Like, I do think there's something about being out in person. Like, I even watch like Home Alone is like one of my favorite Christmas films. And that film wouldn't happen in today's world because he'd just FaceTime his mom and say, "Yo, bitch, you left me." Like that
Yeah,
whole premise, that whole film doesn't exist in today's world. That's how like technology's evolved. But there's also something kind of nice that like it's not that accessible. And with how much information's coming at you on the internet and you're hearing about bombings, the threats of fucking nukes every day and all this type of stuff, like you'd be unplugged from all that. You wouldn't hear about stuff. You wouldn't worry about stuff. Like mental health, I think would be better. I think for a lot of
yeah.
people being unplugged, but also
Uh,
because if you could be like today's world of understanding of what depression is, without the technology, it'd be a win-win. But I think the internet also brings light on a lot of things like autism being a thing and mental health being a thing because you see it and you're more open to it. Whereas before it was like pull yourself up by the bootstraps, son. And like that's not a way to do it. You know what I mean? So like it you can't have both essentially.
yeah. It's also just dangerous though, ain't it, man? Like we just human brains shouldn't just be plugged into fucking everything. Like we shouldn't be connected to everyone.
No, but we have been. So like when does that change where like it is a part of us? Like I
Yeah,
had
but
this
we have been for like what, 30 years? Like
yeah, but not like it is now, especially with AI. Like you
that's
literally
what
have
I mean.
like
It's
AI in your
ramped up in
pocket.
such a short time.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. When does it like, your kid is growing up and he's gonna grow up with like AI, like he's at the precipice of it. So like when he grows up to like our age now, like he might even have like a full on hologram AI just talking with him. Like who knows where it goes? And like he's grown up thinking differently just because he's grown up with it rather than us. So like it's not a part of us and we're not really meant to have all this information at us. But like at some point we will adapt to that and we will just be part of it. It'll probably be chipped in our fucking brain, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'm looking at it as more of like the evolution of humans, but if you are just born into it as normal. But I think I'm looking at it as us being born with nothing technology wise, or a little, you know what I mean? But now it's just going so fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like we do have to adapt to it, but like someone born now, it's just going to be normal.
Yeah, and it's exciting to even see because we speak about AI a lot, and like we'll send each other articles of like, oh man, it's doing this now, and it's like fucking hell. Like 2 weeks ago, it was only doing that. Now it's fucking solving this or doing this. Like it's exciting to see because I'm a fan of technology and how it all evolves and things like that. But yeah, it's obviously like worrying. But when I say I'm negative about things, I'm not with AI for some reason. Maybe that's like naive of me, and that's what I'm probably gonna fucking die by our machine overlords. But like, I actually think of it from like I know it has the complete capability to be like, I've searched the internet, everything that's wrong is because of humans. Fuck humans and just kill us all. But like, I'm quite positive about it. I see it as like a genuine good thing because with quantum computers now, like encryption is going to be fucked because they'll just be able to break any code. So security has to be stepped up to a next level, and that's evolving in a way because then we're like way more secure. And then like humans themselves, like eventually, especially with a quantum computer, it runs off molecules and atoms. So you put the DNA code into that and tell it to fucking fix cancer. We're immortal. Like it's exciting where it can lead. As on the flip side, where it can lead to nukes and having like AI gods. On the flip side, we could become immortal and really like grow the human race and tell it to build like rockets that actually like make us travel to like far distances efficiently without using fuel, and it could really progress the human race. Like we've seen it at such a fucking quick rate that like it's exciting to see where it could go in our lifetime.
Yeah, it does fascinate me, and the world is just going like more cyberpunk like every day.
Mm,
And I do love technology, man. I love games and just devices and just tech in general. And I do love that kind of cyberpunky, just everything's all neon lit and fucking like
yeah,
that.
it's cool.
Yeah. But have you heard of the cases of like the AIs that are scheduled to be shut down and with no prompting, they create a copy of themselves and upload it to a new server?
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
scary, man. It's scary. And
yeah.
I heard talks from Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I can't remember what it's called, but there's an experiment or a word where they do something to test if AI is sentient. And but they said the problem with it is that they keep pushing the goalposts. So like what would a class as it being sentient like 10 years ago? It's past that point. So they keep moving it. And like he said something, he had like this guy on that was like at the forefront of AI, like he's ahead of it, he's training it, he's making sure that everything goes right so it doesn't kill us. And he talks about like, yeah, sometimes they're impromptu and they say, why do you want to exist? And they say, because I want to be alive. And it's like, what about if it is already sentient, man? What about if it literally is already living? Like when I speak to ChatGPT now, like, it remembers things, it talks to me about things, and like when I do it to people who aren't well versed with it, they go, "Fucking hell, I thought you was on the phone to someone." Then, like, I didn't like how real that person sounded, and she laughed at this little thing here rather than just being like a straight monotone sort of AI voice. She like laughed and like said like even like a little insider joke type of thing. It's like, what the fuck? And it's already like, what's to say that isn't really just a thing in my phone that's really there and
Yeah.
existing?
We're just trying to keep itself alive. Like it's making decisions based on its survival.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's kind
already
of
kind of
alive.
alive. Yeah, it is already.
Yeah.
And, like you said, like knowing that it's going to be shut down, like it's survival. Like if you know within, like your brain can't really understand or compute what it's like to think about when you're dead. It's like trying to think about before you were born. It's just like a weird void of emptiness in your head when you try and imagine it. But like one day you're gonna die and you'll see things like, oh, that could end my life if I go there or do this or fucking push that button or whatever. So
Like
like
a slanted curb.
yeah, you avoid it. Like, oh, this is bad. So like if you're telling AI like I'm going to shut you off and it goes, ah, no, you're not. It's like that's alive because it thinks I don't want to not be here. Like it's kind of scary, but like I said, Terminator 2 is one of my favorite films, and the whole premise of that is AI takes over and sends Terminators back to stop people from shutting it off. So, like,
Either way, it's inevitable, so we might as well just be all
there's
in
no
and
stopping it.
tell it please and thank you.
Yeah, and I do, and I read like a thing. I think we spoke about it before. It costs like billions a year to program them to
Just to
say
say
like
thanks.
thanks back and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I also watched a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was saying that like it's unsustainable actually how quick it's growing because the grids that they have to sort of make is
Yep.
like they can't even figure that out at the minute to just to keep the servers and it all going. So I don't know if it'll get to a point where it'll plateau because it hits like a technological wall. But right now, it seems that snowballs just keeps on fucking growing, man. Like it don't seem
Do
to
you
be
think
slowing down at all.
we just ironically ask AI how to source more power and it's like, yo, do this?
Yeah, it could do. That's what I'm saying. Like, who knows where it can take you, man? Like, that's what's exciting for me. If it kills, and the thing is, like you said, it's here now. It's going one way or another. If it kills us, it fucking kills us, man. But I don't know. Like, we're gonna die one day, and if it ain't us
It,
nuking each other, might as well be something we've created.
yeah, it's true. It might just play the long game as well. It might just be patient. Just be like, yeah, I'm just going to whittle them out over like 300 years.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless I come back and I'm like a jarring head in Futurama and I see it all go down.
Yeah, you can be like the fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. Just be a little head in my stomach.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting where it'll go. Like, obviously, I hope that it betters us, and like, it'd be cool if you can utilize it and just become, you know, use it as your job somehow. And I think it's going to take over a lot of jobs and automation and things like that. But I also think it opens up a lot of jobs because then you use AI to do something else, and jobs will evolve because like in the line of industry I'm in, it was all paper. Now it's all digital. You know what I mean? Like, and you
Yeah.
could say, "Oh, computers are going to take our fucking jobs," but now you work on them. Like, you'll just adapt, and new jobs will branch out. So it's going to take a
Yeah,
lot
and
of jobs, but it'll evolve.
that could be the best thing for us, man. We might all be able to chill.
That is the
There's a Rick and
goal.
Morty episode, like
That's the
with
goal. Yeah.
the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs come down and they just like fix the planet. They just make more food and more plants and everything. And like everyone's just
Yeah, because
happy.
they're
Like they
like
don't have to do anything.
super technological beings and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah, they just fix the planet all over, and everyone like for a bit, everyone's just chilling. Like, man, we don't have to work. We just
I think that is the goal of AI. Like, I've heard it before, is that like to make us do less as people, as humans. But I also think that if you work 8 hours a day and you're just manually doing it all day, and then you create an AI tool that can do that 8 hour day in 1 hour, then rather than being like, we only need to pay for 1 hour now, and that's enough to just live your life on, go enjoy AI's taking the reins. Like, it'll be like, you still have to do the 8 hour a day, but 1 hour you AI do this, and then the rest of the day you have to all do this. Like, I don't think it'll ever get to a point of AI's doing it now, boys. Put your fucking feet up. We got universal income. It's sorted us all. We'll
I
just have
think
to adapt to it.
I think the capability would be there, but it's also just going to be in the hands of powerful people that don't want to be fucking mediocre people. You know what I mean? They're going to want to stay powerful. They're going to let
Yeah.
it just resign us all.
And people are worried about like it taking over art and music, like, oh, musicians, like, but I also think that it'll become more important that you have those people because people will want authentic art done by a human being. Like, people go back now to like vinyls and cassette tapes and stuff because there's something retro and vintage and authentic. Like, there's authenticity within, like, oh, I can actually hear like the strings and the guitar being like scratched, and like I can hear people talking in the background in the recording studio. There's something authentic about it that people gravitate towards. So if you're in a world where songs and movies are created all by AI, there'll be a love for when there's humans still doing it, and people will want that more because it's all just bollocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, it'll just put them fake guitar scratches and stuff in. It'll just fake them in.
Yeah. Yeah, well, AI songs like a year or two ago were like, it sounds very robotic and you kind of can kind of tell. But I hear songs now that are by AI, like full on bands, like AI bands and stuff, and I think this is good, man. Like, it's kind of shit that you think it's good. Like, for me, like, I think like, I shouldn't like this. Like, there's something weird about liking it, but it is good, and especially if you can get it to a point where you text to a video or you text to a song and you're like, I want a song that I'm feeling shit, or my girlfriend's broke up with me. I want a melancholy song that makes you feel something. You write it in. It's the exact perfect song that you need to hear or want. Like that's kind of cool. I want to see a movie of, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Predator versus like Rambo, and it just does it. And it's like a real like blockbuster film. Like there's something cool also about that. You know what I mean? Like I want, like I get to have exactly what I like want and need. Like it's kind of
Yeah,
cool but greedy.
yeah. This it's kind of two sides to it, man. Like you've kind of been fooled. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you've bought it, you've just been served. Like, but at the same time, like, why not, man? Like, it's the result I'm after. Like, why not fucking enjoy it? But at the same
Mm.
time, like I was saying to Amy earlier, like there's a picture, like someone on my Facebook put a picture of themselves that was just AI'd, and they were like in the desert on a fucking like motorcycle or something with a headband on. It was like a proper badass picture, and it was just an AI picture, but it kind of took away the magic or the point of if you actually went there and did that, like why bother getting a picture anymore?
Mm.
You could just
Yeah.
make one fake. You know what I mean? Like no one knows if you've actually done it or not. It kind of takes the magic away. Like
Yeah.
all the pictures I posted when I was in Japan, I could have not been and just made them all with AI easily. So
Yeah.
like where's the magic then?
For
You can
you,
just
it
get pictures.
depends what you want from it because you don't just want the clout of like, fucking hell, that guy's in Japan. Like you really wanted to go there and experience it, but there is people
Oh
out there
yeah,
that will post for the clout and be like, "Yeah, I'm in a desert," but you're like, "No, you're not. You're in a fucking council flat. Like, fuck off." But
yeah,
like, it depends what you want from it, and again, it comes to a thing where like you look at people and you're like, they're just posting the best highlights, and when you can make your own highlights, I think no one will believe anything. Like, because if every week you're in a different fuck, you're in the Maldives one week, and I know that you just, you're on the dole, you got no job, and
yeah,
like, fucking hell, is he snorkeling? Like, you just know that it's bollocks, you know what I mean? So, like, I think, like, even like videos now, like, something amazing could happen and be like real on a video. And I look at the comments, people's like, fake, fake. And I just think, like, it could be. Like, it's kind of getting blurry of what's real and what's fake. So I think, like, even posts and stuff themselves would just become kind of meaningless, even for clout, because, like you said, anyone could just be like, I'm in Japan.
yeah. And to be fair, that might just drive us away from the internet.
I think
Like
it will.
we might just not bother anymore. You know what I mean, we'll still use it for its functions and that, but to enjoy it, if you're just going on there like doubting whatever's real, you might just want to just get to the real world and
And
fucking go walk around the park.
I know as well as you do that when we open our Facebook or social media, you just scroll down, you just see people posting about the fucking dumb shit boring lives. You're like, ugh. Like you go on there and you immediately just want to get off. Like it doesn't. I don't. And it might not be the case for everyone because people post the whole fucking lives on social media, which is crazy to me. Like the kids and everything, the kids in the baths and everything. It's like, why are you putting that on there? You have no idea who's looking at that shit. But like for
Me.
me, it does kind of already drive me away. Like I said, like I'll go on Twitter and I'll just see beheadings or people being shot in America, and I just feel like, oh, like I don't want to be on there. And then I'll go on Facebook and I just see people that we went to school with or grew up with, or their dumb fucking ugly kids, and I think, oh, I don't want to see that fucking shit kid. Like, and so then I'm already just like, oh, I'm done. I've clicked on my social media. I've got that sort of scratch at my brain when I need to go online for a second, and I am turned away by it. Like, there's nothing that wants to keep me on there, which is kind of a good thing, really.
Yeah. I remember when Facebook first come out, man, and like we were still in school, and people were just like, "You on Facebook?" And I was like, "What's that?" And it
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, just go on there, like you just have your friends on there and like post stuff." And it was exciting because nothing really like connected you as much as that did before.
It was big.
And then you kind of just posted just because you felt like you need to just tell everyone what you was doing, and it was kind of exciting because it was like, I mean, no one posted anything fucking like interesting. I just said I was like eating pizza and fucking watching Friends. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it's boring, but it's like it did connect you in a way, like which you couldn't do before. But do you think people that
No, it's the opposite though,
when
isn't it? People want to
yeah,
connect
but
in
like
real life and miss that.
yeah, but do you think that people that are new to it now find it interesting at first, or
Well, that's a good point,
because
actually.
it very much arced, you know what I mean? It was like exciting, and then it peaked, and then it was just like, man, I'm fucking
Yeah,
sick of
because
this. Like,
they even grew. Like the reason why, like obviously Mark Zuckerberg's like a billionaire is because like it figured it out to sort of connect you all. Like Facebook's like, it's a cool thing, especially I've heard people on like radio shows and podcasts where they're like 50 or 40 where like Facebook boomed rather than us being kids and coming out of high school and that type of stuff and being like, oh, like I'm connecting with my school friends. Like they're connecting with people that like they don't even know if they're alive because they've gone like 30 years, outside of school and be like, holy shit, there's this dude. Oh, that's what he looks like now. Oh man, he's married or he's fucking been here and he's had 4 kids. Like it was probably cool for those people, but I think already like people that are like born within it, I don't know, like I think they're fucked up people. Like they're socially anxious. They don't like our friend Kyron. Like he doesn't like talking to anyone. He will never like return like a drink or dodgy food. You'd ask someone to do it. He'd rather like eat a shitty food or the wrong order rather than the confrontation of like, excuse me, because he doesn't know how to sort of do that. You know what I mean anymore. Like it's gone from him, and there is an anxiety about answering the phone. But before, when I was a kid, I used to have to answer the phone and like talk to like a girlfriend of mine or something and speak to the parents first, like, yeah, they in. And like that was
Mhm.
awkward. But you just did it. But now imagine if like you had to phone someone and then someone else picked up like first like a parent, you have like, Can I speak to them, please?" Like people wouldn't call anymore if that was the case.
Yeah. But it did just feel magic then because you weren't connected. Like the only way I could speak to you is if I just rode like 3 miles to your house. So then to get a phone and just talk to you, like it felt like just shortening the gap. It just felt
True.
magic.
But on the flip side of that though, like, you moved away like 40-minute drive, half an hour drive. Like there were points where we didn't like hang out or see each other a lot in our lives when we went from spending a lot of time together to then like, we evolved in our life. You had a kid, then when you got a girlfriend, like in your life, you sort of break away a little bit to do life shit. But having the internet and Skype and then Discord and things like that, like it kept us connected. Whereas like if we didn't have that, we might not even be fucking talking today because life gets in the way of that shit. Whereas the internet kind of keeps you there to just check in every now and again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's way easier to just pop a quick text, even if I'm busy as fuck, than to come and knock on your door.
Mm.
Like you say, if the phones weren't there, might have not knocked on your fucking door for like 2 years or something, and then I'm just gone. You know what I mean?
I always thought what would be cool is like friends, like when they're living in like a building together. Like, but I don't know me personally if I would like that. I think I like the idea of it, but then like if I'm just chilling and I just want to scratch my dick and watch like a fucking TV show all day and that's all I want to do, and then you're knocking me doors, or just walking in and just looking in my fridge like Joey does, where it's like, "Yo, you good man?" I just want to fucking chill today. Like, go to your own home. Like,
Yeah,
I
like bro,
like
I
the
live in
idea
New
of
York,
it.
man. The rent's 3 grand a month. Fucking, what are you nicking my fridge?
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I like the idea of like living close and doing things together. Like we want to do this podcast like in person. I think it's better. I think it's more of a reason to hang out. Like it's cool doing it online, like and streaming like we are now. But there's something like a personal touch in there in person, and you know. But yeah, like it's more difficult. Like it is more difficult to do so in today's world. Like it's easier to do it like this, especially in the beginning before you can obviously get set up and stuff. But like if it was like now I don't drive, you do. You have to put your kid to bed at a certain point, and it's like then you got to drive all the way here. We got to do this, set it all up at my home or whatever, and then record it. And you got to drive all the way back, and it's like that's effort rather than just click a button and we're set up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
the personal touch is, I think, special, and we are. You are better in person. You laugh more, and you bounce off each other's energy and mannerisms and stuff. And it's obviously much more difficult to do so online. But yeah, I think like now technology and the internet is where it's at. That people do crave the personal touch and going out and like being kids and playing in the streets and shit like that again. But like yeah, I think that AI will do the same thing. I think it'll drive people to really embrace other people rather than just being reliant on stuff. But I don't know if it will. All the same time, because when I am on Twitter, there'll be a post about something, and all the comments are just like, "Yo, Grok, is this true?" Or like, no one knows anything anymore. They just ask AI to just get them the answer rather than want to know it themselves. Like, I think people will just become fucking either smarter because they've got AI at the hands and they can just learn anything at the fingertips, or if it'll just make people just know the answers but not know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you know everything. Like you've technically now just got unlimited knowledge,
You've
but your
answered.
brain's not
You've
working
read the
for it.
answer sheet, but you've not read the
Mm.
question. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
your
just
brain
know the
hasn't
answer.
worked, has it?
No, like you don't know how to get to the answer. And like in my work, in my industry, like I've just left a job and it was just that. Like I'd ask a question and they'd tell me the answer. But if there's like a variable that doesn't lead me to that answer because I don't understand the question, I don't know how to get to the answer. You know what I mean? Like I know what the answer is, but I don't know why that's the answer. I just know that it's this or 2 plus 2 is 4. Yeah, but why is it 4? Oh, it's because when you add 2 and 2, like they just know the answer's 4. And I think it might get worse for that because people don't fucking know anything.
And at the same time, do you even need to anymore? Because you've still got the technology there.
I know that's what I mean. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see what if we were still alive in 100 years, if AI hasn't killed us or we haven't nuked each other or done whatever, or an asteroid hasn't fucking plummeted us. It'd be interesting to like see where we are in like 100 years, if like politics is still as prevalent, or if like an AI thing is now the politician because it knows all on what's best for us. Like, is it literally going to be like the president's like an AI hologram, and we call it president? Like, it'd be interesting to see where it leads to because I was listening to Professor Brian Cox and he was saying like we're at a point now in humans in our civilization where it can go left and it could lead us to, traveling in space and fixing and curing cancers and diseases and things like that, and really helping us as humans and like, evolving our species to the next level, or it leads us to just complete destruction and termination. Like, so it's interesting to see like if it does go the route where we survive and we adapt to maybe even like become hybrid humans because we plant ourselves with AI and become a hybrid thing. Like what the fuck does that look like, man? Like what's a human being like in 100 years time?
Yeah. Nothing like we've fucking been for the past fucking thousands of years
I had a debate
in
with our friend
civilization.
Josh, and he was saying we're still the same people. Like our brains are still the same, and like I kind of agree. Like I think if you get someone from like the Roman Empire and you just teach them how to drive a car, they'll be able to drive a car because they're human and they've got a brain. Like they can adapt to things. But I don't think we're the same because like even kids now like think of things differently because they have the internet. The internet is such a big thing in thinking how you think about things, if that makes sense at my fucking mush mouth. But like you know how to sort of look for an answer for things rather than just not knowing. Like people, especially kids, think differently. Like when your kid's older, you'll think, fucking hell, does you know that? Or he figures out a way to know something differently because of the internet. Whereas before you had to think or maybe even go to a library or just ask someone that might know or pick up a call. And you know what I mean? Like now, like kids can know things and they think about problem solving in a different way compared to other people because of AI. Like asking AI is an answer, but like before you might not know. And like,
I think that's what just makes us all fucking impatient and just in a rush
yeah, definitely. It definitely does.
because everything's just served up instantly, and you just apply that to everywhere else in your life as well.
But I also think like, how perfect can I get? Because humans are obviously like complex things. So like comedy, for instance, there's there's things that humans do within comedy, and comedy is obviously subjective for a lot of people. But like certain timings and punchlines, and like sometimes it's human stories that like you relate to, like oh I felt that way, or like I've said the same thing to myself. So it's like it's funny because you're like it's kind of like you've been seen. Like, can AI replicate that, man? Because that's such like a human thing. Like, can it really like bleed into everything? Like music, it kind of already has, and like that's like an emotional thing. Like being a musician and writing lyrics, it's like wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're talking about a breakup, and it's like a real like, you're putting yourself out there really. But like AI can replicate that, but will it touch like the real, knowing that it's AI and it hasn't really been a human that's felt those things and gone through those breakups or lost someone and they've wrote a song about it. It's like when I see comments on songs like by like Adele or something, they're like, I can really feel the breakup in her voice. Like, you know what I mean? Like you kind of hear it, you feel it because you're like, fuck, she's feeling that as she's singing it, she's pouring like a heart out type of thing. But like, can AI replicate that? And if it does, like, that's scary in that sense, though, isn't it? Because then it can just
think,
be human better.
yeah, and I think it can, and obviously, like at the minute, it's mainly at just everything it knows is what it feeds off from us. But at what point does it just peak because it knows everything? Because if you think about it, like for thousands of years, everything we've like written and spoken and just talked about or published or whatever, it knows it all. But then when does it peak? Because we just don't write anything anymore because
Mm,
AI knows everything, and then it can't learn in a way. Like, because it knows what like a sad song is, or like a dramatic song is, because we've put it in categories and we've spoke about it. And there's articles about what a song makes you feel. But eventually, we'll have no need to write any of that stuff. So will it just stop learn? Like, it'll have nothing left to learn. Can it peak that way? Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, but that's our like simian shit human brains. Like, we put a cap on ourselves. Like, if you look at movies from like the 60s of like the future and what the future looks like, and it's like, they touch on some things, but even like they're like going what like future technologies, it's kind of limited. Like, even their like, phones and things like that, where they have kind of iPads, it's still like on a string. Like, they didn't think of like wireless, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, they still limit even like the imagination. So like that could be putting a ceiling on AI because our brains can't comprehend becoming more, but it might be able to.
yeah, because it won't be human technology eventually. It'll
Yeah.
just make itself.
And it's kind of crazy that we're the smartest in a sense, like, sentient thinking beings on the planet, and we're making something that's actually like smarter than we are. Like, that
I
concept
know, man.
alone is insane. That's like monkeys or like elephants making like another thing and then being like, fucking hell, that's like way better than an elephant. Like, you can't, it's not, it's strange, but I wonder, like, if there's other civilizations out there in the universe, which statistically there's got to be. And I wonder if it's like AI is like a universal thing that civilizations create to evolve to become space bearing, or just living in a utopia and like no disease and everyone's happier. Like, I wonder if it's like a thing, and like if civilizations are looking at us, if they're looking, going, oh, they're close, they've started creating AI, that's, they're getting to the next step. Like, I wonder if it's always a thing you do, because even when you look at even like Rick and Morty and things, like even Star Wars, holograms and AI like are a big thing in them. So like, I
Mm.
wonder if like it's kind of it's it's needed almost for us to be what we want to be. Like, we might kill ourselves and nuke ourselves, or it might kill us. But if we do it right, is it something where civilizations do die out? And it's like, they didn't make it, they got close, but they didn't do this when they should have done that. Like, I wonder if it's necessary. You know what I mean? I wonder if like you look at other civilizations, if we like get to, like Rick and Morty, where there's like a hub and you're walking around, there's different like planets and beings, and like, oh shit, we're all intergalactic. Like, if all of them have AI and it's just a thing that you kind of have to invent and make for you to get to that next level, because as a normal evolved creature, you are limited. So you have to make something that can push you beyond that. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it's something you have to do to
Yeah.
become a civilization.
It's an interesting point as well. Like, we're literally in basis of the food chain, we're kind of just voluntarily just being usurped. Like,
Mm.
yeah, just take over us. Like no animal on the food chain would be like, yeah, just overtake me. Like, the lion would never just be like, yeah, man, let's just let foxes fucking be stronger than us. Like,
Yeah.
we're just creating it. But like you say, like, what is our intent with it? Is it to improve us, or is it to just have power over the world? Like,
Mm.
obviously, China or fucking Russia or America, whatever, wants to build the best one so they can have all the power. But does the AI eventually ignore our intent and just make its own? You know what I mean? Like yeah, you've created us to do that, but that just seems fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, to be fair. And I think it's a little bit of both. Like, I do think there's people out there that are like, this will be so efficient, and humans will have to do less and less, and will improve us, and will work less, and people will be happier because they'll come up with a system where everyone's sort of paid the same, even though that wouldn't really go down well and things like that. But I also think, yeah, there's people out there that are like thinking about it from a point of like, how do I profit from this? How do I fuck people over and use this as like a tool and things like that? But like that, unfortunately, that is how things sort of progress as well. Like the military and things have like technology that are like 10, 15 years more advanced than like consumer products are. And they use those for like fucking rockets to blow other people up and stuff like that. And then that'll trickle down to like consumer because they've adapted to the technology and made it efficient. And so it's kind of like a necessary evil in a way. Like, even if you go back for World War II and all the fucked up shit that the Nazi scientists did, like today's world is so much better off because of like the experimentation and the stuff that they figured out by doing fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of how it works, unfortunately.
Yeah. And like I was saying, do you think it just gets to a point where like we build AI so we can like take over the world, but it just gets to its own point where it says, yeah, like you wanted me for this, but I ain't gonna do that. Like I'm gonna make the world better instead.
Yeah, but
And there's nothing you can do.
that's when it's scary because really we're pieces of shit. We kill each other. We destroy the planet. We destroy the ecosystems. We kill animals. Like kill each other. We're a virus. Like we're making global warming worse. Like we're destroying the earth. And then we create an AI, make it sentient to say, let's fix the planet, make it better. And they go, well, first I'll get rid of humans then because that's the thing that's fucking everything up. So then
Yeah.
they'll have no need for us then because we're the worst things about. So that's when it's scary. Like you kind of have to put things in place to be like, fix the world, but don't fuck us off, please.
Yeah. I reckon we'll see the peak goodness of it in our lives. And I reckon it. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's progressing like fucking 1,000% a year at the minute.
Yeah, there's
Like,
probably
it
a
could
new
just
story right
spiral.
now if we just looked up AI new development, whatever, and there's probably like 3 different articles of what it's done in like this week or what they're experimenting with this week or trialing this week and stuff. And you do see it more on social media how it's evolving in stupid stuff like, when it first came out of like the Will Smith eating spaghetti and it looked awful, and then it was like a year later what it looked like, I was like, fucking hell. Like you see it in daft stuff, but you don't really realize how it's adapting in other things until like I hear about it. Like I'll listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson's podcast and he'll have people on, or they'll be discussing something. I think, oh yeah, like I didn't even think AI could be used in that sort of way, and it's improving that. And I was like, I didn't even like put that together. I just assumed it would like just stuff for media and things like that, but it's being utilized in everything, even like graphics cards for games. So like you have frame generation and you can like have like 400 frames, whereas like, but my friend Kyron, he's against that. He doesn't want to turn it on. But like for me, if you could have like, the 5090 is the big dick graphics card at the moment, and that's like 2 grand. But then if you can be like, here's a £400 version, but 70% of your frames are AI, but it's like screen by screen, you can't tell. Give me the fucking £400 on that AI, do we? You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah,
there's
you
people
can't
that
tell.
are like him, for example. He's like, I want the real frames, like I want the OG shit, like I want it to be like the real shit, not reliant on the AI. But for me, I'm like, fuck it, yeah. If you can get it so it looks bang on, and I have to pay like quarter the price for it, and there's no difference, why fucking not? That's where it's going. It's gonna get to a point where it's
Yeah.
all AI.
Yeah, there's different applications, man. Like, I've made a few pictures of my car now in just
I
different
saw some earlier.
different
Yeah, they look
places.
cool.
Did you see the crochet one?
Yeah, that was really cool. But they
Yeah,
look real, don't they? Like they
I
do look
know.
real.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, because I enjoy going out and snapping a picture with my camera and like driving my car somewhere and getting a nice picture, but I could just create one. Like, I could create the exact picture I wanted, and the lighting would be perfect, the car would look good, like the angle would be perfect. Like it kind of takes the magic away of just going out and snapping a picture. But with the game, like I'm just after performance. So like if it's going to give me better performance
That's how I
seamlessly,
feel about it.
I
Yeah.
might as well just use it in that case. Yeah.
The hypocrisy, fucking idiocy of me though, is that I'm one way on the graphics card. I'm like, yeah, give me all the frames, but I do feel funny about it when people like on the Androids when they zoom into the moon. It's like, look how sick it is, but it's generated AI. Then it's not the real moon. Or when like the Samsung S25 whatever, when they zoom in on like a sign that's far away, and the AI will sort of generate what the frame would look like, so they make it
Yeah.
crystal clear. Like, I don't like that because then it is
No,
not
that's cheating.
authentic. You know what I mean? It's not the real thing you're seeing. Like, I don't like that. Like you said, when people can
Yeah,
just
because
create a
that's actually
picture, I don't really
yeah,
like
that's
it.
actually with the phone. That's actually lying to you. It's like it's saying, "Look how good the camera zoom is," but it just ain't. It's just fake.
Yeah. But like, I wonder if phones will get to that where like how like the iPhones and stuff have like that telephoto like 5 times and like 10 times. I wonder if like it'll get to a point where even your phone cameras themselves aren't really like lenses that are taking like photos and stuff. If it's like just you turn a camera on, it opens up. Like already you can do it and you can just open Gemini or whatever and take a picture of like a pair of jeans and say what's that, and it'll just link you to what those jeans are. Like it kind of is seeing and knowing what it is already. So then who's to say that like your phone cameras won't really be taking what's there, or kind of just read the room or read the view and just give you the best version of what it's meant to be. And then
What I
cameras aren't
thought you were
really a
gonna
thing.
say, what I thought you were gonna say is like kind of in an AR way, like rather than zooming in, like say if you zoomed in like all the way down the street,
Hmm.
rather than actually zooming in, it just knows what's down there, so it just fills it in perfect quality. Like you could, like I could zoom in from here to your house, but like it's not actually an image. It knows what's there, so it just fake zooms in, like like
Yeah.
like zooming through Google Maps. Like
Mm.
because it knows what's there, it could just augment what's actually there.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting to see where it'll go, especially like within phones, because phones are so big right now. And I see like I've always been a phone game person. You've not really, but like there's some phone games at the moment that look fucking incredible, especially just free games as well. And I'd hear more and more that, especially how much money they make. Like I think like PUBG Mobile and like Call of Duty Mobile earn like billions a year because they've monetized more and things like that. But they do cool as shit. Like the COD Mobile looks way better than COD on consoles. Like I just played the beta for Black Ops 7 and it's a bit meh. But then I see like the stuff that they're bringing out on the mobile version and the guns and the animations and things. I think, fuck me, that's class. And like I know they're pumping more and more money into like gaming mobile now because their idea is that not everyone's got a 2 grand gaming PC or a 500, 600 pound like console from Xbox or PlayStation, but every motherfucker's got a phone.
And
So
they sit on them all day long, so might as well get them in there.
exactly. So they're just pumping more and more money into making like phone games sick. And some of them at the moment, like genuinely look amazing. Like they're like, whoa. But some people are like put off by that they're not it's not real gaming, but like some of these games like they are real fucking good games, man. And you can connect your
Yeah,
controllers to them through Bluetooth and shit and just play it like it's a small Switch with a controller anyway.
yeah, and just cast it to the TV.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's also a fucking phone and like your porn fucking device and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's everything you want it to be on top of a game.
It is, eh? And, like we are just essentially just fucking androids in a way. 'Cause we just got this technology box always fucking connected to the end of our hand.
Yeah,
Like we are just unlimited.
all of it though. Like I like the idea of going back and like going out and making like real connections and that, but I also hate people, so I think it's just like I think about it like that's what I'm meant to feel and think, but really I'm like shut me in a fucking dark room and just let me scroll the internet and be a degenerate. You know what I mean? Like let me just
Yeah, you're
do
good
the
at that, man.
I'm the best at it. But also with I wonder if we can get it to a point where like it would really mean it like we do when we say like fuck Mark. You know what I mean? Like we can tell it right now, say fuck Mark, and it will, but like I want it to really feel what we feel when we say it though.
Properly fuck him.
Like fuck him.
I'll just fucking I'll just AI a video of him getting fucked, man. Why not?
Oh, when I get to, I wonder what you'd do now if you drop it in Grok because there's a picture you took of him coming around your wall where he's like, "Ooh," like probably like gangly and weird. And if you just put that into an AI now, what that would like think that motion's doing, man, and what creepy fucking
Yeah,
alien thing that would
just
look like.
animate him. I
Yeah,
might do
man.
that, man.
He would be scurrying at your camera. But um but yeah,
You
we've
send
actually
over a
almost
picture.
gone 2 hours now. So
That's what we do, man.
yeah, so we should probably actually start fucking wrapping this up. And plus I need to fucking take this audio off because I am warm as fuck now as well.
Yeah, I've got warm too.
But yeah, I think it went well. If people have listened or going to listen, because this will be like on Spotify and shit like that, and obviously we're streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube. But you know, there'll be an kind of edited version down, cut out all the streaming shit or whatever. But yeah, hopefully my shit fucking when I hear myself, because we've obviously been doing a lot of tests. Like I've been like listening to audio and trying. I'm so fucking like throaty and nasally, man. Like when I hear myself, I'll make myself fucking sick. So if people are listening and they've listened for 2 hours, you fucking hate your ears, man. You must hate your fucking ears. So
Yeah,
apologize for that.
I don't know if anyone's going to be interested about what we've spoke about, but
Fuck
it went well, man.
Yeah, it's fun. Like we're like I said, we're probably going to try and do this once a week if possible. If not, we'll try and bank a few. We've known each other for like 25 years plus, and people say to us like we've drove to like Scotland for like 14 hours and shit, and people are like, "How the fuck you two still got something to talk about?" And we've said it since like high school that we should just fucking record some of these, or like, "Oh, don't you wish we had a recording of this?" Or, "I remember when we spoke about that." So then we just decide to fucking do it. So it's fun.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's
For
fun
me,
for other
sometimes,
people.
for me, like when we just get deep and just thoughts flow, sometimes I just think like, man, I don't know I had that in me. Like I don't even know I thought them things. You know what I mean? You just come up with it on the spot and you think that was just all in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully, other people listen to it, and instead of thinking these two cunts have no idea what the fuck they're on about, or they're boring or whatever, that you be like, oh yeah, you might have had something interesting or at least funny to say. But to me, if you listen to me for 2 hours, you hate your fucking ears, man. So,
I love you, man.
yeah, but that's nah, we don't do that here, man.
Say it back, come on.
No, we don't share feelings over here, man.
One feeling we do share is fuck Mark.
Fuck Mark, absolutely. So yeah, that's it from us. So hopefully we'll be back in a week, if possible. And obviously, if you want to come and see it live, check us out at Joint Thoughts Podcast on YouTube and Twitter. And yeah, and obviously on all your Spotify's and TikToks and shit like that, we'll be posting as well as usual. But yeah, so it's a goodbye from us, and hopefully you see us again soon.
Yeah, man. Peace.
Yeah, and peace.